Okay, so I wanted to get started asking about the development of the short. What was your interest in really getting the project going, and how you got it started over?
Okay. Did you have a chance already to see the film or not?
Yes, I have. Yes, yeah.
Online, or did you went to a screen?
I'm covering the festival virtually, so I'm not in Toronto, so I was able to watch it online. Yeah,
Oh,
Right.
great.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It was we made Quota for there's a competition in the Netherlands, and it's called Ultra Kort, which means ultra short. And those there are 5 films developed every year to screen in front of a feature film. And so we could submit our own plan, and we really wanted to do something about climate change in an original and absurd way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that was the starting point of the film.
We were always a bit looking for projects because the three of us are really conscious about the environment. We were always looking for a project where we can do that in a way which wasn't belittling, but was funny and entertaining. And this was the best opportunity we could get to make a very short, very critical film about climate change.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And once you began making the film, what was your approach to directing the film together and really getting the project going in terms of directing together as well?
Yeah, we are a very small animation studio with the three of us, and we always work together. So we've been working together for 20 years almost.
Yeah.
So it's for us, it's a very logical process that when the three of us come up with an idea, we also design, animate, direct the film with the three of us, and also Job also does the music for all our films. So we're a very full service studio.
Mm-hmm. In terms of the animation, what was that experience like in really creating the look for the characters and just the overall film as well?
What we really we were looking for a design for the film. Yeah, that looked appealing and made sure that it wouldn't look very gruesome when they well, a spoiler, but some people explode in the film, and it would be a bit gruesome if the characters weren't this friendly, cute looking. So that was one of the aims of the design, and also the animation style. We wanted to have a very light, humoristic approach to the film, and in the design part, we really wanted everything to look very flat. So as a little bit 2D. So Job, who made all the background designs, he had the job to make sure that everything looked like a very flat environment.
Mm-hmm. And also, what was your experience like in really incorporating like some humor into the film to go along with the serious nature? Was that something that you felt was important in really balancing like some comedic moments in with like the more serious nature of the story as well?
Yeah, yeah. It's like Joris said, it's hard not to make like a kind of an infomercial with a subject like this. So we were looking for ways to make it more absurd, and is satirical a word in English?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And we like the idea that an audience is laughing really loud, but at the same time feeling a little bit uncomfortable about their own behavior in the world, and it's a good thing, I think, that when the film ends, they leave the film with thinking about what could they change in their life to help the world in a good way.
Mm-hmm. What was the process like of also shooting the film and creating the cinematography? Well, how did you really decide how you wanted to maybe capture the animation or create the animation in terms of like the visual design as well?
Well, yeah, we have a little bit of a signature style with the studio, so this fits into that. I think a bit like I explained earlier, to make sure that it would the message wouldn't become too down. We wanted to really make an upbeat and also funny film. So that was our main approach, I think.
Also, what was your experience like working with the producers on the film to really get the project going? Did you have any producers that you worked with, or did you mainly create the film on your own with the studio? What was that experience like as well?
Yeah, we like for a bit longer films, and we made a series before that. We worked for that with a producer, but for really short films, we produced it ourselves. So yeah, we're the three of us are actually the producers, directors, and the designers of the film. So yeah, we didn't really need anyone else for that.
And like Job explained in the beginning, we the funding we got from the Dutch Film Fund. So so they are also involved.
Yeah. What was the process like in creating the score for the film as well, and really figuring out how you wanted to incorporate like the background noise and just the overall score into the film?
Like the combination of the sounds and the music?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like for the music, I can tell we had the feeling it's like all the people are consuming, and you have the feeling that it can't go on like that. So it felt a bit for us, we call that that it feels like you're dancing on a volcano. So everyone's having fun, but there's something about to explode. And that feeling we thought would be nice to capture in the music with a little bit like an Eastern European melody, because we feel that in this kind of music, this feeling is captured in a good way. But at the same time, we had this app and the sound of this app, which was getting the attention of the characters. So there was a lot of sound already in the film. And we had to make a combination between this tune and between this app. So that was the reason that we made this Eastern European music, but turned it into a synthesizer tune, actually. So to make it a bit of the same, yeah, what do you call that? That they would belong together. Yeah, with the sound effects, we also thought it would be nice with the synthesizer tunes for the app. I made it also with the synthesizer. In the end, it's going crazy and everything. Everyone is exploding, and we wanted to have a sound that would get more annoying every shot you see. So.
Yeah. And also, what was the editing process like in putting the final version of the film together? How did you decide like what you wanted the final movie to be overall as well?
Well, in with the way we work, we always do the editing up front. So we when we make we first draw a storyboard, and then we put the storyboard on a timeline, and that's basically the edit right there. And then we animate it, and almost nothing changes in the process of animating. So there's not really any editing at the end. And there's because this film was made for this project, what Job explained, called Ultrakort. The requirement was that the film wouldn't exceed 2 minutes and 15 seconds. So we cheated 15 seconds extra, but it was meant to be very short. So that made the editing process pretty, or editing the animatic process pretty. It was quite a challenge to make sure that all these scenes and all these characters fit in only this small amount of time.
Now with the movie playing at the Toronto International Film Festival, what has that experience been like of sharing the movie with audiences at the festival as well?
To show the festival at TIFF, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, it was like for us, it would have been great to go to TIFF, but we're not there. We're at our studio at home because we thought it would be a little bit strange message that you produce a film like this and then fly with the three of us to Toronto. But it was a hard decision to make in terms of for our careers and for our experience. It would be great to be there and to meet people of the animation industry or the film industry. But we think it's an important message to send out to also to other filmmakers to think about if it's really important that you're over there.
Now, after playing at TIFF, what are your plans upcoming for the short? Do you have any other festivals that you're playing it at, or how are you planning on really showing the movie overall as well?
Well, we have somebody doing our festival distribution, and she's just starting up. So TIFF is the first one, and usually she's managed to get our films into a lot of festivals, and we expect Quota to also attend a lot of festivals. The only two festivals we already know is that are in the Netherlands. So the Cinekid International Children Festival, I don't know what's it called.
Yeah.
And the Dutch Film Festival. So at this point, only 3 festivals, but I reckon it will be a lot more later on.
Okay, I think that was mainly it, but thank you both again for taking the time to speak with me today. I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you so
You're
much.
Thank you again. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.